Have you ever felt that your life is moving in patterns you don't fully understand? As if certain events keep repeating, certain people keep appearing, and certain emotions return again and again? Sometimes you try your best to move forward, to change things, to create a better life, yet something invisible seems to pull you back into the same situations. You meet someone who feels strangely familiar, even though you've just met. You experience a moment that feels so meaningful, as if it was meant to happen. And then there are times when people leave your life suddenly, without closure, leaving behind questions that remain unanswered. In those moments, you wonder, is this all just coincidence? Or is there something deeper connecting everything? Why do some experiences touch your heart so deeply, while others fade away without meaning? Why do certain struggles repeat, even when you try to avoid them? The truth is, what we see on the surface is only a small part of a much larger journey. Life is not just a series of random events happening without purpose. There is a hidden thread silently connecting every moment. From your birth, through every experience, every relationship, every success, every pain, all the way to where you are right now. And perhaps, what you call confusion today is actually a deeper connection waiting to be understood. Most of us move through life believing that each event stands alone, disconnected from the rest. We see one moment as success, another as failure, one relationship as meaningful and another as a mistake. When something painful happens, we immediately ask, why me? And when things don't go as expected, we feel confused, lost, and sometimes even powerless. This is the hidden problem. We are trying to understand life in fragments, while life itself is a continuous flow. Because we cannot see the deeper connections, we begin to assume that life is unfair or random. A job loss feels like an isolated setback, a broken relationship feels like a meaningless loss, and repeated struggles feel like bad luck. Slowly, this creates an inner conflict, where the mind starts doubting everything, our choices, our path, even our worth. We begin to feel disconnected not just from life, but from ourselves. But the truth is, nothing in your life is truly separate. Every experience, whether pleasant or painful, is linked to something deeper, something beyond what the mind can immediately understand. The problem is not that life lacks meaning. The problem is that we are only seeing small pieces of a much larger picture. And until we learn to look beyond the surface, life will continue to feel confusing, even though it is quietly guiding us with perfect connection. If we look a little deeper, we begin to understand that this sense of disconnection does not come from life itself, it comes from the way our mind perceives it. The human mind is designed to focus on the present moment, to react quickly, and to judge experiences as good or bad based on immediate feelings. When something pleasant happens, we accept it easily. But when something painful or unexpected occurs, the mind resists it and starts questioning its purpose. This limited view makes it difficult to see the deeper connections that exist beyond the present moment. From a spiritual perspective, life is not a collection of separate events, but a continuous flow of energy and consciousness. As taught by wise masters like Paramahansa Yogananda, every experience carries a hidden purpose, even if it is not immediately visible. What feels like a delay may actually be preparing you for something greater. What feels like a loss may be creating space for new growth. Psychologically, we seek quick answers and immediate clarity, but life often reveals its meaning slowly over time. This is why we feel confused. We expect instant understanding in a journey that unfolds step by step. When we learn to step back and observe with patience, we begin to see that nothing is truly random. Each moment, each challenge, and each connection is part of a larger design, guiding us gently toward awareness and growth. When we begin to explore life more deeply, we start to see that our present experiences are not created only by what is happening now. They are also shaped by what we have carried within over time. Every thought, every action, every intention leaves a subtle impression on the mind, and these impressions slowly form patterns. These patterns influence how we see the world, how we react to situations, and even the kind of experiences we attract into our lives. This is what is often understood as karma, not as a system of reward or punishment, but as a natural cycle of cause and effect, guiding us toward learning and balance. Sometimes, without realizing it, we keep repeating the same emotional cycles. A person who carries fear may encounter situations that challenge that fear again and again. Someone who feels unworthy may unknowingly attract relationships that reflect that feeling. It may seem like bad luck, but in reality, it is life bringing the same lesson back until it is understood. Even the people who come into your life are part of this deeper connection. Some arrive to support and uplift you, while others come to challenge your beliefs and push you toward growth. These experiences are not random. They are connected through your inner patterns, gently guiding you to become more aware. When you begin to see this, blame slowly fades, and understanding takes its place. You realize that life is not happening against you. It is responding to you, helping you evolve step by step with quiet intelligence. If you begin to observe your life carefully, you will start noticing subtle patterns that repeat in different forms. The same types of challenges appear again and again, just with different people or situations. You may find yourself facing similar emotional struggles, feeling ignored, misunderstood, or unappreciated, even in completely different environments. At times, you meet people who feel instantly familiar, as if you have known them before, and their presence brings strong emotions without clear reason. There are also moments when life seems to guide you in unexpected ways. An opportunity appears at the right time, or a setback quietly redirects you towards something better. These are not random occurrences. They are signs of a deeper connection working behind the surface. Even your reactions can reveal these patterns. If small situations trigger strong emotions within you, it often means something deeper is asking for attention and healing. Life continuously reflects your inner state through outer experiences. For example, someone who struggles with trust may repeatedly face situations that test that trust, while someone seeking validation may encounter moments that challenge their self-worth. These patterns are not meant to trouble you, but to guide you. They are gentle signals, inviting you to pause, observe, and understand what is happening within. When you start recognizing these signs, life no longer feels confusing. Instead, it begins to feel like a meaningful journey where every experience, no matter how small, is connected and guiding you toward greater awareness. Healing begins the moment you shift your perspective from resistance to awareness. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" gently ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" This simple change opens the door to understanding. When you face a difficult situation, pause for a moment. Do not rush to react or escape. Sit with the experience and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. In that quiet observation, clarity slowly begins to arise. You start seeing patterns, understanding triggers, and recognizing what needs to change within you. Responding wisely does not mean suppressing your feelings, but expressing them with awareness and calmness. Choose your words carefully, act with patience, and give yourself time before making decisions. Small practices can bring deep change. Being mindful of your reactions, letting go of the need to control everything, and accepting that not all answers will come immediately. When something painful happens, instead of resisting it completely, try to learn from it and then release it gently. Trust that every experience is shaping you in some way. Over time, as your awareness grows, your reactions become softer, your mind becomes clearer, and your choices become wiser. You begin to move through life with a sense of trust rather than fear. And in that state, healing happens naturally, not by forcing change outside, but by creating balance and understanding within yourself. At the deepest level, life is not just a sequence of events from birth to death. It is a continuous journey of the soul unfolding with purpose and quiet intelligence. Every experience you go through, whether joyful or painful, is shaping your awareness, guiding you gently toward a higher understanding of yourself. When you begin to see that everything is connected, something within you starts to shift. You no longer see challenges as punishments or obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. You begin to understand that nothing in your life is wasted. No effort, no relationship, no moment of pain. Everything has a place in your journey. This awareness slowly dissolves fear, because you start trusting that life is not working against you, but for you. You stop resisting every difficulty and begin to move with life rather than against it. In this state, a quiet peace arises within. You become less reactive, more patient, and more compassionate, both toward yourself and others. You realize that every person you meet, every situation you face, is helping you become more aware, more balanced, and more connected to your true nature. This is the awakening, not something dramatic, but a gentle realization that life is guiding you at every step. And when you live with this understanding, even the simplest moments begin to feel meaningful, because you know that everything, from your first breath to your last, is part of one beautifully connected journey. As we come to the end of this reflection, take a quiet moment and gently turn your attention inward. Life may sometimes feel confusing, uncertain, or even overwhelming. But what if everything you have experienced so far is not random, but deeply connected? Every joy, every pain, every meeting, every separation, all of it has played a role in shaping who you are today. When you begin to see your life from this perspective, something within you starts to relax. The need to control everything slowly fades, and a quiet trust begins to grow. You realize that even the difficult moments were guiding you, teaching you, and preparing you for something greater. So instead of resisting your journey, try to accept it with awareness and patience. Allow yourself to grow through each experience, knowing that nothing is meaningless. Now, just pause for a moment and ask yourself honestly, am I seeing my life as random, or am I beginning to trust its deeper connection? This one question can slowly transform the way you live, think, and feel. If this message touched your heart in any way, feel free to share your thoughts or your personal experiences in the comments. Your words might help someone else understand their journey better. And I would truly love to know, what topic would you like to hear next on this path of life, spirituality, and inner growth? Your suggestions are always welcome. If you resonate with such calm and meaningful insights, you can gently subscribe and share this video with someone who may need it today. Let us grow together with awareness, peace, and understanding. Jai Gurudev.